A new federal review has found nearly half of the nation's truck driver training schools do not comply with government requirements, and many now wondering what this could mean for ag shipping in the future. Our good friend Lewie Pugh with the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association joins us now for his thoughts. Always a pleasure, Lewie. Thanks for being here. We know that this latest effort by the Transportation Department to ensure drivers are well qualified. I have to ask you if you were surprised by the amount of unqualified schools that are out there.
No, unfortunately, I'm not. And maybe surprised that there's not more. This has been a problem for years. There's not really any set standards in trucking other than you have to sign up for the entry-level driver training and sign up to be a trainer for the entry-level driver training, but there's really no audits, nobody really checks. So really all people have to do is check the box. And of course, some of these accidents that we have seen as of late, that's been national headlines with folks who couldn't speak the language and stuff like that. They should have never gotten behind the wheel in the first place. And it all starts with these trucking schools that shouldn't have been doing what they were doing and giving these folks licenses and passes. We know that there's schools out there who don't even push English at all. In fact, they train everything in other languages and stuff. So we're happy to see this. This is something that we need. This is for the safety of all Americans out here. I mean, how important is it is that we train folks to drive trucks and know what they're doing when they're running an 80,000-pound vehicle down the road? It's so massive important that they know what they're doing.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some numbers here. We know nearly 3,000 schools could have their accreditation revoked if they do not fix their training requirements. I mean, Lewie, talk about the impact that this could have on the industry.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's going to be an impact probably on their students because they may have to go back or they may pull their licenses. They may have to go retest. As far as the industry on a whole, it's really a better thing for the industry. You know, we hear all the time about there's a supposed driver shortage. We don't have a driver shortage, and we've never had a driver shortage. What we have is a shortage of experienced truckers because we have too much of a turnover in our industry. Our industry is over 90% turnover, and a lot of that has to do with training and pay. But a lot with training, folks come into this industry. 400,000 to 500,000 new CDLs are issued every single solitary year in America, but so many folks don't feel like they've got proper training, proper skill. Then, of course, when you don't train or give people the proper skills, they don't get the proper pay. And unfortunately, within a year, they leave our industry. And we just have this constant churn. So training people to do the job, and then hopefully that will resonate into paying them to do better. We'll get people to stick around. We'll have a much better class of trucker on the highway.
Well, as you said, you know, we look at some of these drivers that are coming from these schools, these qualified, quote unquote, drivers. They're going to probably have to be retrained, as you mentioned. What would you like to see, Lewie, for the industry? Is there a path to ensuring that safety is there while also maintaining some strong shipping workforce?
Yes, I think we have a great path. I think Secretary Duffy, Administrator Bars have showed with their leadership since they've come into office that they are, they're taking this serious. We need serious training standards in our industry. It takes 1,600 hours to be a barber in the state of Missouri, get your hair cutting license. But you can get a CDL. There's a place down the road from me. In 24 hours, they say they'll have you a CDL. One day. That's crazy. People people don't die from bad haircuts, but they do die if they're not trained correctly to drive a tractor trailer. So we need more extensive training. It needs to be longer. We need the feds to be making sure these schools are doing the right thing. Just like any other skilled blue collar, you have to be trained and it has to be thorough.
Yeah, it is definitely life or death. That is for sure. Lewie, always appreciate you. Let's hope they can fix things and get this turned around for sure. Lewie Pugh with the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association.